3 years ago, I found myself getting off a bus about 8,500 miles from where I called home. I was in Thailand, and I didn't really speak much Thai. I just kind of knew the simple phrases like bathroom and hello and goodbye. Um, so I had a problem. I got off the bus at the wrong bus stop. Didn't know where I was, didn't know how to get to my hotel. So after 20 minutes of talking with a local, getting very frustrated in conversation, I finally found myself walking down the street and ending up at my hotel front. So what I learned that day was many things. First, that I kind of suck at Thai. Second is that if you break communication down into a basic form, people that even don't speak the same language can kind of understand each other and help each other out to fix the problem. I learned all this because I was traveling. So that's what I'm going to talk to you today about is traveling. And the reason I believe that it's important to us is because of our education, and it helps our education. So while traveling can be fun and exciting, it can also be very beneficial to our education. It can teach us about independence, it can teach us about culture, and it can teach us social skills. So first I'm going to talk about independence. Traveling teaches us how to be proactive. And by proactive, I mean it teaches us to control and create our own situations instead of reacting. You don't have anyone there to tell you what to do. You have to make your own decisions. There's no one there to influence your decisions. And this helps you learn about yourself, which is one of the most important things that traveling teaches you, is it teaches you about yourself. You learn who you actually are. So in my personal experience, I just recently moved out to Utah from Michigan. And before moving out, I knew exactly what I wanted out of life. But once I moved out, I kind of reevaluated what I want, and I've changed it, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. So I plan on doing more traveling to kind of figure everything out. So next, we're going to talk about culture and how it teaches us about culture. Obviously, when you travel somewhere completely different, you notice the differences in the culture because they stand out. But you also notice the similarities, things that people do that are similar. And also the language. The language is a very big one that sticks out to most people. And you can learn a language by immersing yourself in the culture. Now, this isn't your 1 week trip or your 2 week trip. It's more like 6 months to a year, and even longer after that. And besides language, it teaches us on the history of the culture. The history is important in this aspect of traveling and learning history because you actually retain the information longer. So ask yourself this, would you rather be reading about the Colosseum or would you actually be in Rome, taking a tour, listening to a tour guide explain the same things that you're reading? Most of us would answer that you'd rather be there in Rome at the Colosseum yourself. And it's true, you have that experience to bring back to the information and you retain it. If you're reading it out of a book, you're just doing so to take a test. Finally, we talk about the social skills that traveling teaches us. Remember that story I told you about me being on a bus, getting off, having no idea? It forced me to communicate with people. It forced me to do that. Whereas if you don't travel, you're not forced in these situations. A speech class may force you to do this, to talk as we are now, but it's not really forcing us. It's more we want to because we want a good grade. In my situation, I was completely forced in order to move on to my next situation. And this, forcing you to communicate, helps you become a leader because you become more confident in your communicating. You're more likely to take initiative. So finally, like I said before, traveling can be fun and exciting, but it can be very beneficial to your education. It teaches us about independence, it teaches us about culture, and it teaches us social skills. So I'm going to leave you with a quote that I found very interesting from Matthew Carson. An investment in travel is an investment in yourself. Thank you.
Okay, so I thought Brock did a great job on his speech. He had good content, good delivery. Was a little bit rushed, but other than that, I learned a lot, and I thought he did a great job.
I thought Brock's voice was well portrayed. It was clear and crisp. I thought he did a good job with the order of his speech, and I also learned a lot.
I
thought Brock had a lot to say about travel. It inspired me to want to travel. I think I'm going to go somewhere this year.
Thank you guys.
Yes.